Hi everyone, it's Ayesha here from God FM, and I want to talk about the hacking that is done against targeted individuals, but actually it's against all people, any person with a computer or a phone. I've come to know that proxies are the method for the madness. So basically, it doesn't really matter how protective you are of your information. Once someone's got details about your phone and your number, they can filter everything through a proxy, and they can manipulate your data to be fed through a proxy server. And all of your information is then filtered. But also, if you are struggling to upload and download videos, this is because of the proxy. The main thing is that schools have proxy servers, and a lot of companies have proxy servers, but everybody, normal people, everyday people, they don't normally have a proxy, you see. So this is where our little sort of child-eating, blood-drinking, adrenochrome dealer, psychopath home invaders have implemented a proxy server protocol on all of your communications, so that when you want to upload something, it's being fed through the hacking, stalking, blood-drinking psychopath's proxy server, which is a web profile of everything you're doing. So everything you're doing is being shadowed on the web version of whatever app you're using. Okay, each app has its own server, and it has its own IP, and it has its own information, and it has its own filtering system for your data. Now, if the people who designed these apps were also the enemies, you can imagine the fun we'd be having, eh? Well, that is the case, unfortunately. The same people are able to get into the back end of your phone from the TikTok end, from the Telegram end, from any app that you use end. Facebook, Messenger, WhatsApp. WhatsApp has its own, set of proxy and all this. So these people are going through that. Once they've got control of one of those, then they feed everything through that same proxy and the same web profile. So if you wanted to, you can go on, instead of go on the app like TikTok, you can go on the web version and you can log in and do things on there, yes? So every time you go on your app, the child-eating, blood-drinking psychopath people who literally interbreed with themselves to have babies so that they can chop them up and eat them and terrorize them so that they can get adrenochrome and all look younger. These same people are the ones invading my home, all right? And have hooked up everything to proxy servers, okay? And they're so powerful, the police are also frightened of these guys, right? I'm not joking. This is a terrible, evil system that is run by an evil, evil set of rulers. They're all fallen angels, and they're all running everybody's information through this proxy protocol that I'm talking about now. I don't know enough about it yet to understand it, but I can tell you that my computer guy was saying to me, oh, everything's fine with my thing, I've got a proxy server. I was like, oh, really, have you? But as it happens, every time I get my computer back from him, I have to clean it up because it's got lots of cuck inside it that the people have put on it, all through Microsoft Word and Teams and all of this. And so I have to go through and clean it and basically reinstall the Windows. But I'm not as skilled as he is at wiping and reinstalling the programs if it gets that bad. All right, I can do the DOS and BIOS and all that a little bit, but some things I'm just not as good as he is, so it has to go to him sometimes, right? So I was thinking, right, I could maybe speak to him about getting a proxy through him. But then I was thinking, actually, no, there's no point in doing that because it looks like they've got to all the corporate proxies as well. So if you think about it, any corporation that is providing an app or a service goes through their own proxy, which they think is filtering your information for your safety to protect you. And to make things a little bit easier, whippy-doo-dah, but it isn't really, because the blood-drinking psychopath children of the devil, the ones that are literally breeding people in deep underground military bases, are trafficking people who disappear to breed them like the Hills Have Eyes, like the Hostel movie, like the Saw movie, so they can pop out little babies to torture and terrorize and clone and do all sorts of freak stuff. This is like Frankenstein world. I'm telling you, it's so evil. And when you realize that the Frankenstein child-eating, blood-drinking psychopaths aren't just doing it down in the deep underground military bases anymore, they've come out to the surface and they've got so much power and so much money, they can pay off anyone. And their technology is all hands-free. They can use electricity, wirelessly, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Everything that is happening now is implemented by these same blood-drinking psychopath, interbred, weird freaks of nature. Yeah, they're evil. These are the ones that God tells you to completely burn. Kill them and burn them because they are evil. They are so evil. They all worship Baal. The same ones that put John the Baptist in a cauldron of boiling oil and tried to kill him. The same people run the world now. Wake up. And if you're being terrorized by these guys, then it's the same. It's the same people that hunted Paul down, and they hunted all of their disciples and killed them. The same guys are doing this now to innocent civilians out in the open. I am a preacher of God, and as I sit here, I am horrified that my life is a horror show where I've got home invasions. Every time I pop out, I can hear doors slamming. People are in my phone. They want to know my inside leg measurement. They practically want to open my fanny lips and have a good old sniff. These people are so invasive of your privacy that once they've got your information and they've been monitoring you and sniffing around your private area, pumping your house full of nanotechnology, gassing you, torturing you, and for their own amusement, once they've been doing this for a little while, they will not let you go and have any freedom or happiness. They will intercept every type of communication, relationship, or anything like this, because these are the sort of people, as I've already told you, that will pop a baby out just to chop it up and put it in a cooking pot. They are so damn fucking evil. These are the same people that have got dismembered body parts all around their kitchen. This is just like Chainsaw Massacre, where the people go to the police, try to get some help, and they can't help them. Because the police officer is the one that is making the offspring that the woman in the basement is about to pop a baby out that they're going to torture so they can drink the blood and sell it and make some money so they can all look younger. It's all evil. As far as I'm concerned, it's Ayesha from God FM, and I'm absolutely fed up with what I found out today. Fed up. No matter what you do, these people take over your number. They take over your phone. They do home invasions. They rape you. They torture you with no-touch torture. They do electronics. They do Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, hacking, stalking, terrorizing. They vandalize your vehicles. It doesn't matter what they do. No one will ever stop them. And all of it, so easily done through proxy, as I've discovered today. And here I am, switching off every single app, deleting every app after I've used it. And that's the levels I'm having to go to, not to have a TV anymore. Because these people hacked me through the 255 subnet mask. Everything that I do is fed through the subnet mask and the proxy servers of all the apps, of all the providers. And now I can imagine that any telephone provider is going to have their own proxy as well, aren't they, eh? And their own DNS servers. Yay, hooray. Great. Now the child-eating, blood-drinking psychopaths who breed people to torture, to drink their blood, to look younger, can get in to your phone this way. Hooray. I've told you already that I can clone any phone and I can clone any SIM card through Bluetooth standing next to you. And if we're doing everything through proxies now as well, this is a real problem. Basically, it's time to throw the phone in the damn bin. Or get yourself your own private proxy, which again, they'll probably get into anyway. Because these people, really, what they want to do is they want to put all of us, the real humans, in a dungeon, strap you to a bed, and rape you every day with hundreds of men, drug you up, take everything you own, clone you, copy you, take your soul, put you in the metaverse, and laugh in your face. This is what they want to do. And they want to have babies with you that they can chop up and eat. Yeah, this is it. This is the facts. And this is why I wish I was never damn well born here. I hate this world. And every day, I wish I was never born. Every day, I say to God, I want to kill myself. When I realize how damn fucking evil this world is, I realize I just don't want to be here. This is the truth. I wake up every day and think, oh, I'm here still. What an evil world. I used to be a real happy person, eh? But now, what I know? I'm just counting the days until fire and brimstone comes down. And these people, well, they're not even people. Whatever they are, they're put an end to. Yeah. Until then, my life will never be normal, never be happy. I will never smile again. This is what I've decided. Because they vandalize your cars. They come in your home every time you go out. It's like a horror film. Honestly, as I say, it's just too much for one person. And I'm not the only one. There's so many of us. It's ridiculous, actually, how many targeted individuals there are. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And these guys modify your water, your electrics. They're pumping your house. Like in my house, I have to wear a mask now in my house, so I'm not breathing in the nanodust that they're pumping into my home through the water supply. Yep, it's all a big plan. The robots are coming. They're going to stop the food. They're going to stop the money. And they're going to want to interbreed, as I say, and strap the last remaining ones of us to beds and rape us to interbreed with us so that we can have weird mongrel children. And then all the men will dress up like women and be teaching and fucking and screwing around with our little children in the schools, along with the foreigners that have come over from India and Pakistan and wherever fucking else. And then they can fiddle around with your children as well. Hey, hooray. Well, they pay them $4,000 a month to live in England. Wake up, everyone. We need to march up to that king's office, his little palace. We need to take that throne off him, because this is evil. We have the power to stop this, and we should do it now. All right, it's Ayesha from God FM. If you want to find me, you can find me on Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Samsung, Chrome, YouTube, Apple, X, as well as TikTok. And you can find me as God FM News, God FM New, God FM Radio, God FM Group, and God FM Media. You can email me, admin@godfm.org.uk, and you can WhatsApp me, +44 777 35 777 88. But don't be surprised if a blood-drinking psychopath answers the phone, a man who has taken over every single number and every single phone and every single computer, any electrical appliance has been taken over by child-eating, blood-drinking psychopaths. So don't be surprised if you can't reach me. Even my doorbell system, anything to do with me, has been completely hijacked, taken over to synchronize, to torture, to torment, to hack, stalk and terrorize 24 hours a day. What a nightmare. Horror show. Have a good day. It's Ayesha from God FM. Take care.